go to school here. So a couple weeks ago, I went to an LGBTQ panel discussion, and they had a speaker there who used to go to school here and graduated in 2000, and he was talking about how when Alliance was first trying to get recognized on campus here, it took them 3 years to get past Student Senate. 3 years of them coming here and explaining why they should be recognized, and sure, this was a long time ago, and things have changed. But just remember that our decisions that we make here really do affect people. I mean, the difference between a couple $100s in a budget makes for like half the size of a dinner that they have, or, you know, so just keep all of this in mind. I'm on the finance committee, so that's a whole big thing. But when you're doing this stuff, I mean, things we do here really do make a difference. That's it.
Thank you, Senator Donarski. Do you have any volunteers for next meeting's devotion? Thank you, Senator Garner. Form of concerns. I don't see anybody in the audience today, so we'll move on past that. Approval of agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve agenda.
Second. All those in favor, please say yay.
Yay.
Opposed, nay. And abstentions? All right. Agenda's approved. Senators' reports.
Okay, so last Tuesday I went to the Earth Tones meeting and kind of got to learn more about the group. They separated into like 4 different committees to work on the things that they like were most passionate about. So there's a recycling committee, an education awareness committee, a composting committee, and then a committee that's working on doing like a item swap. And so those are like the things that they're working on right now. As a group, they recently did a tour of a sustainable farm and kind of learned about sustainable farming and how all of that works. Over family weekend, they did a snake show, which they said was pretty popular because they were in the, like right in the Union, and so a lot of people stopped by and did that. And they're also doing a volunteer event on Halloween. I believe they're doing something with like planting pumpkin seeds. And then I also went to Athena Society's meeting tonight, and they are having a event November 1st at 7 p.m. in the alumni room, and it's on women's issues in the election. They're going to have, I think, one of the professors on campus kind of do like a little presentation, and then they're going to have like an open discussion. They're also working on doing one of the MLK Day focus sessions, and they want to do something with slam poetry. And just like within their meetings, they also like to do presentations on different topics involving women's issues. So it's an update for you.
Thank you, Senator Brown. Are there any other senator reports? Senator Donarski?
So over fall break, 4 Torch editors and their advisor attended the National College Media Convention in Washington, D.C., and it was like 4 days. They say it was chock full of sessions led by the biggest names in journalism, and then they named a bunch of big names in journalism, which I didn't know who they were. And there was like Pulitzer Prize winners, and so they wanted to say thank you to Senate for giving us the opportunity to attend. I can't say enough how much I appreciate it.
Great. Thank you, Senator Donarski. Any other reports? Seeing none, we'll move on to advisors' reports. Thank you. Officer reports. President Zaki.
So welcome back, everyone, from fall break. I hope you had a good, enjoyable few days without classes. I have 2 things. One is there is a new network that just formed of all of the presidents and vice presidents of all of the colleges of Northwest Indiana. So one student had a project for class, so they basically went to every website of every college in Northwest Indiana and found out all the executives' names, and they created this huge group. So we have a Group Me account, and Basically, we're just getting started discussing how things are run. We're called a Senate. Other groups are called Congresses. They have different things that they do just depending on the sizes of them. So I can ask so many questions, but I just thought I would bring this group to you guys. If you ever had any things you wanted to know about how other groups do things, I think it's really good to kind of get an idea. So you're not starting from scratch because other students are in our same positions at their own colleges. So if you ever have any idea, I know some of you sit on other committees outside of this, of course, so just let me know because I can always ask a question. They ask questions every day, so if there's something, they always respond in long paragraphs, so I can get you a response. The second thing is, like Senator Brown mentioned, MLK Day is coming up in January, and last Friday was the deadline for submissions for focus sessions, but it was just extended until next Monday. So I thought, well, if Senate were to participate, what would we do? And I had an idea that we could talk about, so the theme is justice. We could talk about perhaps student activism historically on our campus. So I don't think many students are maybe aware of how active students have been and how many things are in place today because of students. So if we are committed to this, I know I certainly would be. If anyone else would like to join me, we could submit a very simple proposal, and I believe the presentation is just 10 minutes long. It's kind of like a TED Talk style. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll do that. So at least we'll have our name there, and we'll contribute to something good. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, President Zaki. I don't have much to report tonight. Just the big thing is that next week being Halloween, we've decided that it's going to be a casual meeting. So feel free to dress down. If the Halloween spirit so moves you, you can of course dress in costume if that interests you. But other than that, I don't have anything else. Moving past parliamentarian, we'll go to Secretary Topol.
No report.
Thank you. Public Relations Coordinator Callum is absent. Does she have a report?
No, she had no report.
Okay. Executive and Assistant Treasurer Gabe and Hatfield.
Hey everybody. I just want to give a quick reminder. I'm going to be having the finance tables this week, Wednesday from 3 to 5:30. It will be in the SOS. There's some other stuff going on in the community room, so all 3 days will be hosted in the SOS. I'm just probably going to have the door open and be between the tables in the lobby area and the office, depending on where people are more comfortable. November 2nd, it will be from 4 to 6 p.m., and November 9th, it'll be from 3 to 7 p.m. If you have some time during that day, maybe put it on your calendar, like stop by the SOS. That would just be really helpful. It would also probably make people more comfortable to approach if there's more than just me sitting there. So maybe consider that. Encumbrance requests are due December 5th. If orgs are hosting events after that and they're already aware of it, please let your liaisons know to let me know. I've already had several organizations reach out to me and let me know that there might be a cost for registration after that date, that they just can't do until after that. Things like that I need to know ahead just so I can prepare and I can let the finance office know in advance. Stipend requests are past due now. So I'm working on them. It'll take a little while. I'm going to be teaching the assistant, Clayton over here, how to do them. So if your liaison is asking and is like, where's my stipend payment? It's coming. It'll take 7 to 10 business days after I process it to give the finance office a little time. That's like their wiggle room they suggest. So just tell them it'll be there. Also, orgs need to, this one's really important when you talk to your liaisons. I mentioned this at the conference at the beginning of the year, but several organizations were not present for that. So if one of your liaisons had not been there, or if they had, give them a friendly reminder. All organizations need to submit their AdWorks and dining receipts to us. If they're paid out of their Student Senate GL number account, they need to submit an encumbrance request with the receipt and just make a note saying it was already paid so we can record it in their budget. I'm working with the finance office to try and get them to report this to me. It's kind of hard for them to keep track of every single transaction that occurs on that end and to report it back. So we're trying to figure out a better system for that to work. Some orgs also have FM charges. I know FM doesn't provide receipts, so if they are sending something via email, they need to CC me in it. Otherwise, I will be getting a monthly statement from FM, like to show what orgs had what charges. It's really important that they send me an email though when they're incurring that cost, so I can know what it's for. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to get a hold of them, figuring out where it's supposed to come from in their budget, and it'll be a big mess. If they could just tell me in the beginning, it would be a lot easier. So AdWorks, Dining, and FM. Please pass that on. I can send as many emails as I want, but I have to come to terms with the fact that most people don't read them. So if they hear it from you guys, hearing it from 2 places might be beneficial. If you have any questions, just send me an email. Thank you.
Thank you, Treasurer Gabe. Committee reports, Executive Committee.
So we will be meeting on Friday at 2:30 in the Healthy Center workroom. And I can send an email out reminding where exactly that is. And that will be our meeting from here on out. And we will just have the screening committee send us, because the project team will be able to be there. But you'll just send us a report, but that will be our meeting time for the semester.
Great. Administration Committee.
No report.
Finance Committee.
No report.
Okay. Committee on Media.
No report.
Screening Committee.
So we started interviewing. We actually have one interview today, and we'll be having another one this week. So hopefully by next week we'll have some recommendations for you, and then let's see it's real.
Great. Thank you, Senator Mecca. And Committee on Residents.
No report.
Okay. Breeze through that. Old business. I don't think we have any old business. Let's move on to new business. Nothing for new business then. Move on to forum of concerns. Skip past that. Postmortem. Thank you for a brief, efficient meeting. It's like one of the briefest, meetings we'll probably get all year. So enjoy it, yeah. That being said, do I have a motion to adjourn? All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Do you really want to say nay? Okay, that's what I thought. Meeting is adjourned.
14 minutes.